Subscriptions and Software. Federal tax deductions for content creators. Segment 8. Subscriptions and Software Expenses. This video is part of a multi-segment series that breaks down federal tax deductions for self-employed content creators earning income from platforms like YouTube and the Amazon Influencer Program. A complete list of all segments, along with links to each one, can be found in the video description, allowing you to watch the full series in order or jump directly to specific topics. Before we begin, please note that this content is provided for informational and educational purposes only. While this material is based on detailed research and current tax guidelines, it is not intended to replace professional tax, legal, or financial advice. Tax laws can change, and individual situations vary. You are responsible for verifying information and consulting with a qualified professional regarding your own circumstances. Now let's talk about subscriptions and software. Subscriptions and software tools are some of the most straightforward deductions available to content creators, as long as they meet one basic test. The IRS allows deductions for expenses that are considered ordinary and necessary for your business. Ordinary means the expense is common and accepted in your line of work. Necessary means the expense is helpful and appropriate for running your business. For content creators, this often includes music licensing services, video editing software, graphic design tools, cloud storage, and analytics platforms. For example, a subscription to a royalty-free music service used to legally add background music to your videos is generally considered both ordinary and necessary. Because that subscription exists solely to support your content creation business, it is typically 100% deductible. The same applies to video editing software, thumbnail design tools, and cloud storage services used to store footage or project files. If a subscription is used entirely for business, the full cost can usually be deducted. Some subscriptions may be mixed use. For example, if you subscribe to a service that you use partly for business and partly for personal reasons, only the business portion is deductible. In those cases, you must determine a reasonable business use percentage and deduct only that portion. Entertainment subscriptions require special care. Subscriptions that are primarily for personal entertainment, such as movie or music streaming services, are generally not deductible. The fact that you enjoy having something on in the background while you work does not make it a business expense. The key distinction is whether the subscription directly contributes to the creation, management, or monetization of your content. Professional tools that support your work qualify. Personal entertainment does not. When in doubt, ask yourself whether the subscription would still exist if you were not running the business. If the answer is no, it is more likely to be a legitimate business expense. Documentation is simple but important. Keep receipts, invoices, or billing statements for all subscriptions. It also helps to make a brief note explaining what each service is used for, especially if the name of the service is not self-explanatory. Be sure to join us next time as we shift focus from deductions themselves to record keeping and audit protection, and how good documentation helps support everything discussed so far.